Hello, my name is Edwin Zhang, and this is my Advanced Web Design Assignment 3 presentation. So this is my form, and this is my code. So if you run everything correctly, the thing should be fine. So I agree. So submit. It shows you everything, the values, and the time you submitted. Now, if you added something like a number, it wouldn't submit. This is because first name gets its value from the form over to here. First name. Once this input is put into value, it is tested against this regular expression here. And once this doesn't match the expression, this error count goes up by 1, and this string is added to this string. And once it at the very end, it checks to make sure the error count is not greater than 0. But because there was an error, the count went up, and so this gets appended. This being the message, which is here, gets appended to the very top. Initially, this bar was invisible because I didn't make this into a block until after there's an error. Initially, this is created as display none, so there's nothing here. But once an error pops up, the bar shows up. This is true for all the other things as well. Last name is also checked against the same expression as the first name. This goes for this checks for the special errors. The special characters. This, if you put something like this here, if you don't choose a state, and if you put in something like this and you don't check the term box, last name, email, phone number, all these text comes from here. It gets added to the message string, and the error counts goes up each time. And then they get appended here. Now, because I have this, which empties it out empties out the message every time it runs. If you correct something, some of them disappear. Now, if you do this, more disappear. And if you do this, the only ones left are this. So only terms and agreement. Now, initially when you load a page, this is disabled. And this is disabled initially. That is shown here where I have it. Where did I have it? Okay, so this is initially disabled. Once you click Show Term, which is term button, the ID is term button, show term, ID is term button. In my functions, I have term button. Once you click term button, which is show term, it removes the disabled. So once you click this, close out, this is now enabled. Another thing is this function over here, which is favorite button. Once you click favorite button, which in this case the ID for favorite button, the favorite button ID goes to I agree. It automatically clicks it for you because in my jQuery I have it checked as true. Now CB in this case, CB is always checkbox, which is over to here, and you can submit everything from there. Now for my form, I have everything. It's just very basic. It just prints out everything and the date of time. I had a -5 hours because for some time the time was incorrect for some reason. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So yeah, so all these, they go to their respective counterparts inside the forms. They get the input, puts it into the value, tests it over to here. These if statements, they all test it. These two test for the exact same thing. That's why these two are similar. Tests for this. Email tests for this. Phone tests for this, etc., etc. And this one here is checks for your checkbox. If your checkbox is checked, if it's not checked, it's also considered an error, and it prints out this statement, which we saw earlier. For instance, it's this statement. Just submit it. It would be this statement. And now, oh, this also makes sure that when there's an error, it doesn't actually submit the form itself. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Don't think there's anything else. Right, this is the states, options. This is the term. This is the button here that show terms. And this is the actual submit button. Yep, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.